It's a great day. My name is Shay Brown and my company is Partners in Learning. And what we do is we teach you an easier way to be successful in sales. I'm so excited. We've cracked the code. One of the questions I'm asked over and over again is, Shay, how do I close sales now? In fact, I can boost my sales if I can close more deals, or I can make more sales faster if I can close more deals. So once again, we've cracked the code and you can sign up right now for this webinar. Now, even if you can't make the webinar, I'm recording the webinar. You can get the recording, you can watch it whenever you want, but it's going to be awesome. I brought my best training content and I'm sharing it with you. Never before secrets. I'm sharing with you right now in this webinar. Now, I made a promise to you that I was going to share 3 ideas that you can use right now in order to close more deals with less effort. And I'm going to fulfill that promise. So idea number 1 is something that I learned from my mentor, Eric Loftholm. And one of the things he shared with me was this. Write down your close word for word. Know exactly what you're going to say, when you're going to say it, and how you're going to say it. You work too hard. You may have had 5 different meetings with this prospect. You may have been sitting down and talking to him for an hour, hour and a half, and you get to the very end of your presentation. And what do most people do? They wing it. They shoot from the hip, or they shoot from the lip, or they say whatever's top of mind to them. That's not going to be you. You're going to be prepared because you're going to write down your close step by step exactly what you're going to say. And that's step number 1. Step number 2 is to know the story you're going to tell right before the close. So if you look at it in segments, you have your story, then you have your close. That's what you're going to talk to them about, how they can do business with you. And what's included in that story? Well, why do you tell the story? Number 1 is nothing sells like success. And now, more than ever, is the right time to add more value to the presentation by telling a story. And it can do 2 things. First, it can overcome any objections that you think that the prospect may have. And number 2, it can add what? Additional value as you lead into the close. So step number 1 is to write down your close word for word. Step number 2 is to know exactly what story you're going to tell that matches the prospect that you're speaking with at that point in time. And then step number 3 is so important, and that's called the summation close. It's a very specific technique. It's called the summation close, and that's when you're going to summarize everything that's taken place right before you close. So you may have been talking to the person for an hour and a half, and now you're going to go step by step. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get this, Mr. Prospect, and it's worth this value. You're going to get this, Mr. Prospect, and it's worth that value. You're going to get this, Miss Prospect, and it's worth that value. So now you summarized everything right before you get to what we call the close, which you've written down word for word. So 3 easy steps. Now, here they are. Write them down in your notes. Step number 1 is to write down your close word for word. Step number 2 is to know what story you're going to tell right before you close. Not to be entertaining, but to add value, overcome objections. And step number 3 is to use one technique called the summation close. I'll be sharing more techniques in this webinar. So here's what I want you to do right now. Sign up. Put your name, put your phone number, put your email right now and join this webinar. It's going to be awesome. Make it a great day, everyone, and we're going to make good things happen when we connect again next time.